Good morning, Year 1. I hope you've all had a great weekend. For today's maths lesson, you are learning to sort 3D shapes. For our anchor, I would like you to sort the shapes into the correct group. So you need to look at the shapes here and decide if they are 2D or 3D and draw a line to match them to the correct group. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, so the first shape here is a rectangle, which is 2D. And then we've got a cylinder, which is 3D. A circle, which is another 2D shape. And a triangle, which is also 2D. And then we've got a cube, which is 3D. And finally, a cone, which is also 3D. Today we're going to be talking about how to sort 3D shapes. And one of the ways that we can sort them is by the type of shape we have got. Here there are a few different types of shapes, and we are going to be sorting them into 3 groups. The first group is for the cones, the second group is for the cylinders, and the third group is for the cubes. Okay, so we'll start with the cones. Remember, with a cone, we have got one curved face, which goes all the way around, and one flat face at the bottom or the base of the shape. Okay, so using what we know, we can spot the different cones. And next we're going to find the cylinders. And remember, with cylinders, they have 2 flat faces, one on each end of the shape, and one curved face which goes all the way round. And finally, we're looking for the cubes. And with cubes, they have 6 flat faces. Now this time we are going to be sorting by shape again, but the difference is we have got some real life objects. I would like you to decide if they are cones, cylinders or cubes and match them to the correct group. Pause the video now and have a go. Okay, so starting with the crisp container, we can see that that is a cylinder. The cheesecake is also a cylinder. The ice cream cone is a cone. The present is a cube. The bean can is a cylinder. The dice is a cube. And the tip of the pencil is a cone. And here we are once again sorting by the type of shape that we have got, but we have got some different shapes. And we are deciding if they are spheres, pyramids, or cuboids. So remember, a sphere has one curved face and it looks like a football. So we can spot those ones straight away. Pyramids have a point at the top and they have flat faces. And cuboids have 6 flat faces. Here I would like you to sort the real life objects into the correct group. So you're looking for spheres, pyramids and cuboids. Pause the video now and have a go. The base 10 is a cuboid. The football is a sphere. This shape is a pyramid. The tennis ball is a sphere. The juice carton is a cuboid. And finally, we've got another pyramid. Another way that we can sort 3D shapes is by colour. And here we've got quite a few different types of 3D shapes, and some of them are yellow and some of them are purple. So we can put all of the yellow shapes into one group and all of the purple shapes into another group. So if we are grouping by colour, it's quite straightforward. Another way that we can sort 3D shapes is by deciding if the shape can be stacked on top of itself or not. So here we need to decide if we can make a tower. So if I had more than one cylinder, I would be able to stack them on top of each other because they have got these two flat faces, one here and one at the bottom. So a cylinder would go in this group. So these ones can be stacked and these ones cannot. Now a sphere, if I tried to stack another sphere on top of it, it would just roll straight off, so that one is no. With a cube, I can stack them, so that goes in this group. Now a pyramid has got a point at the top, so if I tried to put another one on the top and stack them, it would just topple straight off, so that one cannot be stacked. And the same with the cone, because it's got this point at the top, I cannot stack them. And then we've got the triangular prism, and if it's sitting this way up, I can stack them on top of each other because of these flat faces on each end. And finally, the cuboid we can stack. Okay, so these ones can be stacked and these ones cannot. Another way that we can sort shapes is by deciding if they can roll across the ground or not. And this depends on whether they have curved faces. If we have a look at the sphere, we know that that's got one curved face, and if we wanted to roll it across the ground, we can. So that one is yes. The triangular prism has not got any curved faces. If we tried to roll it, we wouldn't get very far. So that one is no. And the same with the cuboid, it's got no curved faces, so it would not roll. The cylinder has got a curved face all the way around, so that one would roll. And the same with the cone, it's got a curved face all the way around. The pyramid has only got flat faces, that one would not roll. And the same with the cube, it has only got flat faces. Okay, so these ones can roll and these ones cannot. Here we have got some shapes which have been sorted into two groups, and I would like you to have a look at the shapes in each group and decide how they have been sorted. Pause the video now and have a go. So these shapes here in this group, we can see they are all spheres. And the shapes in this second group are all cubes. And we know that the shapes have been sorted depending on the type of shape that they are. So these ones are spheres and these ones are cubes. Okay, so J has 3 3D shapes. He says, I have 3 cuboids. Do you agree? Explain your answer. Okay, so let's have a look at the shapes that J has got. And if we remember, cuboids only have flat faces. And we can see that this yellow shape and the red shape, they are both cuboids. However, the middle one has got a curved face, and this one is a cylinder. So we know that J is incorrect because he thinks he's got 3 cuboids. We can say J is incorrect because one of the shapes is a cylinder. This time the question says which shape is the odd one out? So it means which shape is different to the rest. Find 2 possible answers. First of all, I'm going to have a look at the colour of the shapes. And I can see that shape A, C and D are all yellow, but shape B is red. So for that reason, shape B is the odd one out. That's one of the possible answers. So shape B is the odd one out because it is red and the rest are yellow. So that's one possible answer. And for the second possible answer, I'm going to look at the type of shapes we have got. And we can see that shapes A, B and D are all cylinders, but shape C is a cone. So that one is different to the rest. So I could write for my second answer, shape C is the odd one out because it is a cone and the rest are cylinders. Okay, and Harry says C is the only shape that isn't a cone. Do you agree? Explain your answer. Okay, so we can see straight away that shapes A, B and D definitely are cones, but C looks a little bit different. But if we look carefully, we can see that it is a cone, but it's just upside down, which is why it looks different to the rest. So we can say that Harry is incorrect because he is saying C is not a cone, but we know it is. So Harry is incorrect because shape C is a cone. And here are your questions for today. So for silver, you need to, for question 1, work out which shape is the odd one out and write its name in the space. For question 2, you are sorting the shapes you have been given into cylinders and spheres. So you need to draw a line to match them to the correct group. For question 3, you need to tick the shapes that stack to make a tower. And for question 4, these shapes have been sorted into 2 groups and you need to decide how they have been sorted and think about if there are any other ways that you could sort them. For gold, you have got some reasoning and problem-solving questions very similar to the ones we've been through together just. And for platinum, you've got some slightly more challenging reasoning and problem-solving questions.